Me parecía importante empezar a hablar en español, en castellano, a modo de ejemplo de lo que puede sentir una persona cuando va a atenderse a un médico y tiene problemas de comunicación. Y me parece, digamos, que es importante siempre tener la posibilidad de ponerlos en los zapatos del otro. I will continue in English, but I think it's important always to imagine for at least 1 minute what may feel somebody that goes to seek healthcare to a hospital with difficulties in their communications. I think we need to be able every time to feel in ourselves the injustice that many times occurs in ourselves. And in some ways is to be able to put ourselves in the shoes of the others. And this is empathy. And I think it's something that has to be in the front of our minds when we are trying to work in health equity. As you may know, I'm from Argentina. I'm a physician. I'm the first graduated in my family. It was the dream of my grandparents when they went after the First World War to Argentina, having a physician in their families. And I had that possibility because I was born in a country that has public education. In Argentina, universities are free. I have a medical degree, I have a master's degree, I'm studying my PhD, and I pay nothing for that because everyone in Argentina is paying for our education, even though many people that will never walk through the sidewalks of the universities. So that's the debt I have. It's not with the bank, but it's with my people. Besides this fact, in Argentina, only 19% of the population has a degree from university. And I think we have to be aware of these privileges. I am a privilege. We are privileges. Yesterday, Ruby asked us about this, what we are doing with our credentials, what are our plans, and I think we have to be able to answer that question. But it is not enough to acknowledge that we are privileged and say, yes, I am aware of this situation. I think we need to urgently take advantage of them towards contributing to a more equitable world. And as Ruby said yesterday, be able to do something with those credentials. And every one of us have to think what we are doing now with those credentials, what we are going to do tomorrow with those credentials. And even more, I think we have to be ready to lose these privileges because they do not belong to us. These privileges we have are not natural. Perhaps they are common sense constructions, they are cultural constructions, and at the end of the day, they are political constructions. So it's something that must move us towards a more equitable world. I think all of us are convinced and strongly convinced that health is a human right. And we are many that are thinking this, and we have to do something. I'm sure that besides being here in the academia, studying and learning every day, none of us are going to have any problem if we have mud in our feet and would love to be in the streets walking with our communities. As we say in Argentina, we are here because we love to serve the others. We say that homeland is the others, and we are many people that are here not because of the money or not because of the bronze and the recognition, but because there's something that moves us very internally that is contributing to improving the life of others. And we have to do something now. This is urgently. We are living in a world that is getting every day more unequal. Today, 1% of the population concentrates the wealth of the other 99% of the population. This 1% lives almost all in the north of the globe. We are living in a world where the life expectancy in most countries of Africa are the half of those countries in Europe. And as we have been looking these days, we are living in a world where some countries, such the States, are starting to decrease their life expectancy. So something urgently is needed to do now. And when we think on how we should address this issue, I think we need to acknowledge the role of politics in this debate and how to include equity in the public agenda and specifically in the public health agenda. There's a need of increasing our participation and being in the tables where decisions are taken every day. And as we have been talking these days, one of the key elements of this is building power. We need to build power with the community where power is. We need to figure out how to enhance community participation. And we need to analyze how to contribute to the organization of civil society. And in this sense, we need to be able to discuss public health with this political perspective as a determinant of the systems of power. There's a challenge in this. I think we are giving like a battle of ideas. For us, it's pretty common to say, okay, health is a human right, but there are many people that are strongly convinced that health is a merchandise, that it's okay that people have the access or the health that they may deserve in order how much money they have in the bank account. So I invite you to think how we can give this battle in the different battlefields, in the university, in the academia, in the conferences, in our hospitals, in our among friends, in our community. We need to be the voice of the ones that can't be heard. We need to be the advocates of the ones that can't even advocate for themselves because they have really urgent matters in their everyday life. And during this year has been very inspiring for us. And when I was preparing this talk, I remembered something that happened not many blocks from here in 1963, when Martin Luther King gave his talk in the Lincoln Memorial, and he said he had a dream. And I also have a dream that has to do with the elimination of health inequities, of living in a peaceful and more equitable world. And it's something that may sound utopian in some way. But I know that there's a tale about utopia that you may know, where a little daughter asked her father, what is utopia? And he says, utopias are like the horizon. You make one step and the horizon moves one step. You do another step and the horizon moves another step. So she asked, why? I don't understand. What are they made for? For that. They are to walk, to keep walking. So I'm sure that we are going to keep to walk together, to keep walking together. And I think that the importance of this is the journey towards walking to a more equitable world together. Thank you.